Call of Duty finally revealed the Season 4 load update, and let me tell you, it is very interesting. Season 4 load update will be officially launching on July 2nd, which is just under a week, about 5 days to be exact. So it's almost here, we don't have to wait much longer. But with that being said, let's move on to the multiplayer side of things. Let's start off with the maps. We'll be getting 2 maps alongside a couple more variants of already existing maps. First of all, we have Fringe, which is a 6v6 core medium-sized map. Of course, if you played Black Ops 3, you all know about Fringe. It's a remaster of the same map from Black Ops 3, with the only difference of course being no wall running or boost jumps. Otherwise, it's the same exact map from Black Ops 3. For our second map, we have Eclipse, which is a brand new 6v6 and 2v2 small sized map, which will take place in an underground nightclub in Avalon. Looks very cool, not gonna lie. Alongside that, we have a returning maps feature from last year's Modern Warfare 3, and that is the cell shaded map variant. We'll be getting cell shaded Nuketown, Babylon, Skyline, Stakeout, and Grind in the new COD Mosh Pit. Basically, they are rehashing the same maps but making them a bit different to call them different maps. Otherwise, everything else is just the same. It's just cell shaded, and that's it. Moving on from the maps, next up we have the weapons. First of all, we have the returning iconic Olympia shotgun, which will be available via the Beavis and Butthead event reward. Now, if you've played Black Ops 1, you know about the Olympia, an iconic weapon in the Black Ops series. I cannot wait for it to return. And for our second and final weapon in the Season 4 load update is gonna be none other than the Pickaxe Melee, which is also available as a reward for the new Beavis and Butthead event, which we'll talk about later in this video. As we're on the topic of weapons, we have the new weapon attachments. First of all, we have the SVD full auto mod, which just as the name suggests, it turns your SVD sniper into a fully automatic weapon, and it is also available as a reward for the Beavis and Butthead event. And for our second and final weapon attachment is going to be the TR2 CQB auto conversion. Once again, it turns your TR2 marksman rifle into a fully automatic weapon, and will be available as a reward in the COD Tunes event. And that's a great segue, because now let's move on and talk about the events. First of all, we have the new Beavis and Butthead event, which will be available in multiplayer zombies and Warzone, and it will actually work the same way as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event worked, where you'll have to play the game, earn XP, and you have the free track and the premium track. Yes, unfortunately the premium track is back again, but the free track match reward will be the Olympia shotgun, while the premium reward track will include the Butthead operator. And for our final event in the season is going to be the COD Tunes. It will be available in multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. And when it comes to the operators in the Season 4 load update, it's only going to be 2, and that is the Beavis and Butthead, which is of course the crossover. Unfortunately, they're not even free. It's going to be a Tracer pack bundle that you have to purchase. And to finish off with the multiplayer side of things, we have the Party Ops limited time mode, where basically it's a free-for-all mode challenging players to finish a randomized set of mini games, and the player with the highest score wins. Basically, you will play one match, and that one match will include multiple different mini games, and all you have to do is complete these mini games, and like I said, the player with the highest score wins, and it is as simple as that. With that being said, that will do it for the multiplayer side of things. Now let's move on to zombies. First of all, for zombies, the new game mode Grief will be getting some gameplay updates. For example, more punishing grief effects against enemy players, bans for certain revive related gobblegums, faster zombie spawns after capture zone completions, whimsical gobblegum rewards for players who finish their matches, and plenty more. Moving on from that, we have the new Abomination Challenge limited time mode. It will be available only during the Beavis and Butthead event. Basically, you will start the match as any classic run-based zombies map on the cell-shaded variant of Liberty Falls. You won't be able to do quests, Easter eggs, or exit strategies. Those are all restricted. However, during the match, a red Abomination HVT will spawn in a state of fury. You'll have to defeat this HVT Abomination. Then and only then you will be able to exfil and complete the match. As long as this Abomination is not defeated, exfil is disabled. Moving to our second zombies limited time game mode, it will be called the Starring Room, and just as the name suggests, you will be locked to only the Starring Room of the maps Liberty Falls, Terminus, Citadel, Dismorts, The Tomb, and Shattered Veil. Everything else is restricted. You'll have to survive only in the Starring Room of each map. That's definitely going to be very challenging, but also very fun. See how long you can survive in only the Starring Room. And to finish off with the zombie side of things, we have the new Zombies leaderboard events. Basically, you have to play zombies and as many kills as you can so you can climb up the leaderboards, and at the end of the event you will be rewarded based on your position in the leaderboard. This event should be very fun. When it comes to zombies, that will do it. Now let's move on and talk about Warzone. First of all, we have some new gameplay features making their way into Warzone, which include the care package, the door barricade field upgrade, the hand can kill streak, and finally the search and destroy contract. If you guys remember, at the start of Season 4, they were testing out these gameplay features, and now in the Season 4 load update, they are making their way into every mod in Warzone. Alongside that, Warzone is also getting a brand new perk called Loot Master. It will be available in Resurgence and Plunder, and basically you will get even more items once you open supply boxes, so that is always going gonna be amazing. Moving on from that, we'll also be getting a brand new cel-shaded Rebirth Island, so that should be quite fun. Moving on from that, Warzone will also be getting a couple new game modes. First of all, we have a new limited time game mode called Havoc Royale, which will have 44 players, only playable in quads. So basically this is gonna be just like your normal quads battle royale, but every couple minutes or so a new modifier will be introduced, which will change the way you play. If you've played the Havoc mode in multiplayer, you would know all about this. It's the same thing, but instead of multiplayer, it is now in Warzone. And for the second game mode is gonna be Resurgence Casuals, which will have a max of 44 players, but including real players and bots. And to finish off with the Warzone side of things, ranked play Resurgence will be coming in trios and on Rebirth Island. And yeah, there you have it. This is everything that will be coming in the Season 4 load update. Not gonna lie to you guys, this is a very interesting update. There isn't anything major, but at the same time there are some cool and fun things that will be coming. And to be honest with you guys, this is gonna be the case for the remainder of the seasons of Black Ops 6, because now all hands are on deck for Black Ops 7, so do not expect anything major anymore in these seasons, as the focus will now solely shift on Black Ops 7. But with that being said, make sure to click the video on the screen right now to know the mistakes that Treyarch cannot make with Black Ops 7. Thank you guys for watching this video.